Hi, this is Arden.
And Joy. Recently, in early May, we took a train trip across Canada. This video is a quick informational overview of our journey. We explore the fun of the train trip and tell you what to expect if you are considering this adventure.
The train we took is called the Canadian, also known as train number 1 on Via Rail, the Canadian Amtrak, but better. We flew from Denver to Toronto on the Saturday before the start of our train adventure. We spent the night in a hotel close to the Union Station, so we could walk to the station in the morning. After checking into the hotel, we scouted out Union Station to make sure we knew where we were going in the morning. After that exploration, we stopped into a really neat restaurant close to the hotel, Chateau, a Japanese-Peruvian fusion restaurant.
In the morning, we walked through a drizzle to Union Station. Turned to rain half a block away. When we arrived at the station, we headed to the business lounge where we checked in. Part of the check-in process is to choose your lunch and dinner time, as there are several seating times in the dining car. The lounge is quite comfortable and spacious, with drinks and fresh fruit offered as we waited. Of course, me being me, I began talking to one of our fellow travelers and quickly became friends with Judith.
Upon boarding the train, we headed directly to our sleeping car room and waited for instructions. Our sleeping car attendant, Janet, arrived and gave us a brief overview of where things were and how to handle things. Our sleeping car compartment had 2 chairs that can be moved to face the window, if desired. Every night, while we were at dinner, our sleeping car attendant folded the seats and brought down 2 bunk beds that are stowed in the wall and ceiling. Also in our room was a small sink, some storage areas, and a toilet that was behind a door.
Our sleeping car was located toward the end of the train. There were only about 3 cars that were behind us. The next car back from our sleeping car was the Skyline Activity Car. The upper level is a glass dome with 360-degree views. This is where we spent most of our time, taking in all the scenery. The lower part of this car has tables and chairs with jigsaw puzzles, books, and games. Every day, the car manager holds multiple activities that include beer and wine tastings, trivia contests, bingo, educational talks, and even a talent show.
Joy won the talent show. No one else entered.
This car also has coffee, tea, snacks, and fruit available 24 hours a day.
The next car past the Skyline Activity Car is the dining car. The dining car had 10 linen-covered tables with china and silver place settings. The car is staffed with 2 chefs, a maitre d', and 3 wait staff. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are included in your train ticket. Lunch and dinner are at assigned times to make sure everyone can fit at the tables. The service was excellent. The food was outstanding, cooked with fresh ingredients. The menu for each meal included 4 choices. Usually 2 are meat dishes, 1 is seafood, and 1 is vegetarian. The choices change every day, so you'll never have to repeat a dish. I had on separate nights prime rib of beef, rack of lamb, and shrimp skewers with 10 large grilled shrimp. Dinner is a 3-course feast, salad or soup, fresh rolls, an entree with sides, and a decadent dessert. The staff was most accommodating, filling each and every individual request. I needed fruit juice at dinner to take a medication, asked for and received immediately.
The last car on the train is called the Park Car. This rear car has a wraparound view at the end and large sofas with drink holders and AC receptacles. There's also a bar lounge area. This car was available after 4 p.m. to Sleeper Plus passengers. That was our class. We did spend 2 evenings there chatting with folks and enjoying the views.
A few things you might be wondering about. First, with our mid-price room, we had to go down the hall to use the shower. The shower room is a comfortable size and seemed quite clean. Secondly, The train does make occasional stops where you can get off the train to stretch your legs. One of the stops was for an hour, and we got to explore some of the town of Jasper, Alberta. The length of stops depends on how far behind schedule the train is running. Unfortunately, freight trains take precedence on the tracks, and we often had to wait for them to pass. At one point in the trip, we were running almost 11 hours late. For the most part, we didn't mind the wait because there was scenery and wildlife to see, or we could pass the time in the activity car, or we were sleeping.
We really enjoyed talking to our fellow passengers who were from all over the world, and I made many new friends. We shared stories and laughter. This trip was on many people's bucket list. We lucked out having 2 passengers who were experts on the train and the territory, and they often pointed out things to us.
At the end of 4 days and 4 nights on the train, we pulled into Vancouver, British Columbia on a beautiful sunny day. The train was 5.5 hours late, but we didn't have any connections to make, so we didn't mind the delay.
To sum up the trip, it was definitely worth it. The scenery, especially through the Canadian Rockies, is spectacular. I don't know if these photos really do them justice, but here are some to share as we close out this video. Thanks for watching.